Hi and welcome to Tweet Street. I'm Mick Tiffany and I'm a novice lizard canary keeper and breeder. Join me on my journey as I strive to breed birds good enough for the show bench. Well, hello everybody again. This is episode 34 of Tweet Street. A little bit of change from normal. I wanted to spend the next couple of weekends getting some different sorts of content to put on, which means me out and about filming rather than just going in there and looking at the birds that are still going through their molt and me saying to you, oh look, there's a couple of different feathers. So what I've done, I've latched on to the end of this, the lizard canary shows that are upcoming, so you can have a look at those if you need to refresh your minds as to when they're coming up and have a look at the dates. But what I've also done is I've done a little storyline of just one of the cages. I should do one for this week and one for next week. While the birds are in the background molting, and in sort of 3-4 weeks time we'll see a complete change before this shows. We can go through what's gone on. But until then I thought it'd be nice to see what happens in a storyline fashion. And the first one you're going to see shortly is the happenings of cage 9. And certainly the trials and tribulations of what's happened in that little cage. So that's how we're going to be set. Okay, so cage number 9, hen sitting. This is the 22nd of March. She's happily sitting on 4 eggs, as you'll see in a second. Of the 4 eggs, 3 hatched. And of them 3, she was and the cockbird were very, very slow on the uptake of feeding. So when the chicks were a couple of days old, they looked very dehydrated. They was almost lifeless. So I decided to hand feed, which I had some leftover hand rearing from the previous year when we were hand rearing a budgie. So I had a little bit of that left. So I used that, and they got them hydrated again. The parents, after a few days, kicked in as well. They were feeding bits, but not enough, and then they ended up feeding quite well. So, which is brilliant. And now you can see them on the 25th of April. Obviously, the parents have kicked in very well, and they are feeding like the clappers. Now, these middle of May, looking out for themselves, they're pecking at the blue moor. Always nice to see. And then I transfer them out into another cage. But en route to that, I took a photo. Here's bird number 2, as you can see, posing for the camera. This is bird number 2 now, looking quite nice, going through the molt still. This is bird number 3. Bird number 3, he was the first one to start molting. He was way ahead of everybody else and his siblings. He's been singing. He's a cockbird, he's a gold, and he's looking quite nice. There's a couple of tiny little feathers on the head, just about finishing, so he'll be done, ready to rock and roll. This is bird number 4, the other sibling, nice looking bird. Again, this one's going through. This one's going to be a silver. She just come out of the, or it's just come out of the bath, so it's a bit soggy, and that was them. So that left the parents to do their thing again. And this is me waffling on when they raised their second brood. They were better feeders of the second brood. You can just see one hatching there. But unfortunately the cockbird had already taken out, and he was doing other duties in another cage with another hen. Unfortunately she died, which left these 3 beautiful looking chicks with no one to feed them. So obviously the decision was an easy one. I had to hand feed. Luckily, between the wife and myself, we're here 24/7, and this can be done. It was nice to do, really enjoyed it. It is obviously a bit time consuming, it does take a bit out of your day, but it's well worth the effort. And now this is those birds. Now these are the ones with the blue rings you're looking at. bird ring numbers 19, 20 and 21, and now with the non-colour heads getting a bit of fitness and just going through and seeing how they go through the mould. So that's the happenings of cage 9. Obviously some ups and downs, happy, sad, you've had it all, but that's just on what's happening in that cage. So that's cage number 9, and what will follow in a moment is all the lizard shows, and then once that's done there'll be the end screen. So sorry it's a little bit short. Like I say, I want to spend a couple of weeks getting some different sorts of content, and I just haven't had the chance. I can't get it done while I'm working during the week. So, and then at the end of this we'll see some molted birds, we'll see how they've come out. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest, and there'll be a similar show next week, which I hope you enjoyed. Slightly different content, but for those that want to see something once a week, there you go, that's what you got. We've currently got 7 lizard canary shows coming up. They are on Sunday the 6th of October, the Stafford National, the lizard canary section. The judge is Chris Jordan, and it's at the Staffordshire Showground. A week later, on the 13th of October, Sunday the 13th, the Scottish National, Scottish LCA. Again, the judge is Chris Jordan. That's up in Grangemouth. On Sunday the 20th of October, it's the East Anglian Lizard Canary Association. Great show. Judges there from Belgium, Bart Deckers and Roland Gert. I'm hoping I got those names right. If not, they can have a go if they want to get there. That's it in Elmneth. Number 4, Sunday the 3rd of November, that's the LCA Classic. The judges there, Hugh Evans and David Allen. That's Road in Northamptonshire. Then there's Sunday the 17th of November, that's the Scottish Lizard Canary Association. The judge there is Joe Coakley. That's in Grangemouth in Scotland. Number 6 is a Saturday, that's the 30th of November. That's the Southern Lizard Canary Club. Hopefully should be doing that one. The judge there is David Allen, and that's in Wendover. And the last one I've got here listed at the present time, number 7, is Sunday the 1st of December. That's the Midland Lizard Canary Association. And the judge there is Andy Williamson, and that's at the Greasley Sports and Community Centre. And that's what we've got listed at the moment.